Am I audible? Yeah. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Sahavirjam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Namo Bhagavate Vaivasvataya Mrityave Brahma Vidyacharya Nachiketase cha. So we will chant in a second. What we did in the last class, mantras 12 and 13. Okay. Nachiketa got the first boon and then is ready to ask the second boon in shloka number 13, mantra number 13, where he is now talking about the means to reach Swargaloka. Because Swarga is very popular among everybody. The literate, illiterate, men, women, children, adults, whichever way you want to divide this world. Okay. Indians, Americans, Europeans, West, East, whichever way you want to divide this world, Swarga is very popular among all of them. And so, please teach me how to go to Swarga. Like that, he asked in mantra number 13. And so, we need to now look at 14 and 14 right now. So, that would be page number 26 in the Gita Press book and page number 19, I think, in your notebook. Yeah, got it. Okay, let's do that. Madhavi. Yeah. Mrityoho pratignya iyam.
Mrityoho pratignya iyam.
Prate bravimi.
Prate bravimi.
Tadume nibodha.
Tadume nibodha.
Swargyamagnim.
Swargyamagnim.
Nachiketah prajanan.
Nachiketah prajanan.
Anantalokaptim.
Anantalokaptim.
Atho pratishtham.
Atho pratistham.
Vidhitvametam.
Vidhitvametam.
Nihitam guhayam.
Nihitam guhayam.
Prate bravimi tadume nibodha.
Prate bravimi tadume nibodha.
Swargyamagnim nachiketah prajanan.
Swargyamagnim nachiketah prajanan.
Anantalokaptimatho pratishtham.
Anantalokaptimatho pratistham.
Vidhitvametam nihitam guhayam.
Vidhitvametam nihitam guhayam.
So, previous two mantras said by Nachiketa. So, if you look at the Sambandha Bhaashyam before 12, you see, Shankaracharya says Nachiketa Uvacha. So now Shankaracharya is saying Mrityoho Pratignya Yam. Yam. Yam Pratignya. This Pratignya has different meanings. Pratignya can be a vow, promise. So here it's a promise. Mrityu is making a promise. And Mrityoho Pratignya. This is Mrityu's Pratignya. A promise. He's making a promise to Nachiketa. Promise means what? Because the 14th mantra does not, he is not telling how to, that process. 15th mantra only, the Swargyam, the process of reaching Swarga, that Agni Karma is going to be talked about. Therefore, here he says Mrityoho Pratignya, making a promise. Why is making a promise if you ask? Why doesn't he just say, okay, I'll tell you? That is because this, whenever you talk of any karma, you take a simple puja. Every puja has a paddhati. There's a particular way of doing puja. You can't do puja any way you want. There is a particular process of following. We are abbreviating it. That is different. But puja has a process. You have to first cleanse yourself, the body, then the mind. Then you have to have a murti. And then murti, then you have to invoke the devata in the murti. You have to welcome the devata. Then you have to pada prakshalanam, everything you have to do. Then snanam. And then etc. There is a process. And every process involves a particular mantra. And then there are certain things you have to offer at the right time. All these things are a lot of details. Therefore, commentators say, you know what? I've been in Swargaloka for a long time, Yamaloka, Swargaloka. And there is a chance that I've forgotten it. Okay? I may have forgotten it. But yeah, you asked me, and I remember it all. I remember it all. And so I make a promise. Every detail is important, right? Therefore, I remember all those details and I promise, and I'm going to tell you all the details. That is the meaning of this one word, pratignya. Okay? So, mrityoho pratignya iyam. Iyam is Strilingam. So, because pratignya is Strilingam, this is Yama's promise. Okay? Prate bravimi tadume nibodha swagyam agnim nachiketah prajanan. Okay? This interesting thing here. Te pra and then bravimi. Bravimi is simple. Bravi means I'm going to tell you. This pra is a prefix to bravimi. Okay, prefix. Okay. What did Nachiketa say in the previous mantra? You go back. He says, Prabruhi tvam shraddhadanaya mahyam. Correct? Bruhi means tell me. Prabruhi means tell me properly. Don't take anything for granted. Don't think I'm just going to go away and forget everything. I'm so glad I met Yama, and I'm going to keep on telling everybody I met Yama and all that. No. I'm going to take it forward and teach everybody. Therefore, Prabruhi, he said that. Here also, here he says, same thing, Bruhi, and then here Bravi, same verb, brew. Okay, brew, not that coffee brew. This is brew dhatu in Sanskrit. Okay, so here also prabravimi is the actual word, and in Sanskrit the rule is pra is a prefix. Once the prefix joins the dhatu, you cannot separate the prefix from the dhatu. It's prabravimi. It's like this. Okay, Lakshmanaha Ramam Anugachati. Lakshmana is following Rama, or Rama is following Lakshmana. That is a better thing. That's what Ramayana also it works. Ramaha Lakshmanam Anugachati, because Lakshmana is leading the way, making sure the way is clear before, and then Rama follows, and Sita follows. Sita is in between, I think. Okay, so that she is protected. And so Ramaha Lakshmanam Anugachati. Gachati goes. Anugachati follows. This Anu and Gachati come together. That's it. After that, you can't separate. You can separate for understanding purposes. Anu is prefix, etc. You can say, but the word cannot be separated. You cannot write Anu and then after some space you write Gachati. It's not possible. In Sanskrit, it's not allowed. But then that license is there only for the Shruti. Puja Swamiji says, the Shruti has a license to violate the Panini rules. Like that he says, said in class. Okay, that is what is happening here. Pra, and then one word also he puts, she puts, Upanishad, she puts te, and then bravi. So Shankaracharya will change it. He will say prabravimi in the Bhaashyam. We'll see that. So anyway, bravimi, I will tell you. And then what am I going to tell you? Swargyam Agnim, that Agni Karyam, okay, that fire ritual I'm going to tell you, which is going to take anybody who does that to Swarga. Prajanan. Prajanan means I know it. I know it. And so you're right that there is a chance that I could have forgotten, but no, I do know. Prajanan. Janan I know. Prajanan, I know it very well. All the details I know. Okay. And then Ananta Lokam. Ananta Loka Aptim. Ananta Loka is another word for Swarga. And then Pratishtha. So there is one word Agni there, right? Swargyam Agnim. In the first line of the mantra. First long line of the mantra. So that Agni has meanings, some meanings. What is the one meaning of Agni? Agni means fire. That's it. You strike a match and then you can see a fire. That is Agni. Agni literally, Vachyartha is fire. But here that is not the meaning. Lakshyartha has to be taken. What is the implied meaning of Agni? Agni karma. Homaha, Yagaha, Yajnaha. In Bhagavad Gita a couple of days ago we saw. What did we see? Aham kraturaham yajnaha. Means what did we say there? Kratuhu is the ritual talked about by the Shruti, Veda. And Yajnaha is a ritual talked about by any text other than Veda, which is Smriti. So Shrauta karma is Kratuhu, Smarta karma is Yajnaha. We saw that there. But in general, we use the word Yajna for any ritual. So therefore, that Agni here is what? Agni Yagaha, Agni Karma. Okay, it's not literal fire, it is the fire ritual. Correct? Now, this word Pratishtha is there. Pratishtha. So now, whenever in our yagas and homas, it is always composed of two things. The physical activity of doing the ritual, which involves all mantras, invoking devatas and offering our havis to the devatas and having the sankalpa, prayer, everything is there. And then there's always one more thing. The other thing is called upasanam, dhyanam. If you carefully notice, in some of the, some of the functions that are done, including vivaha, marriage, including this upavita dharana, yajnopavita dharana, all these big functions, there is always the yajamana. That means either the father of the boy or girl, etc. They have to do dhyana the day before or the day afterwards. They have to do dhyanam on that. So Gayatri Japa they have to do. Father has to do Gayatri Japa before the son gets the Upavitam next day. Instead, this father doesn't even know Gayatri these days. So what will the Pandita has to do in lieu of the Yajamana? Really, that is the way to do it. And so they spend some time, they will spend several hours on this. Only then the effect, the result is correspondingly amplified. So here, that pratishtha is indicating that upasanam on Agni, and the name of the upasanam is called Virat Upasanam. Virat Upasanam. Okay, Virat Upasanam. So this word Virat, some of you know what Virat is. We've studied Tattva Bodha, we've studied Bhagavad Gita. So Sthula Shariram is there. Body is physical. This is the gross body, gross. Then subtle, all the prana, everything is subtle. Eyeball is gross. Eyeball is gross. Eyesight is subtle. So this we know very well. So Sukshman and then Sthulam. And so this Sthula Shariram, this one Sthula Shariram is called Vyashti. Vyashti means microcosm. This one body that is there here is called Vyashti. Then you collect all the physical bodies together. Visualize all the physical bodies in this universe. I think we can do that. Once you visualize that, that is called a Devata. Devata is the presiding deity of that Samashti Sthula Shariram. Correct? Samashti Sthula Shariram is the collective Sthula Shariram, and the Devata of that collective Sthula Shariram is Virat. Virat. And so in Tattva Bodha, we will hear Samashti Sthula Sharirabhimani Virat. Like that we study. Same Virat here. So that Virat Upasanam Pratishtha means I'm going to teach you that Virat Upasanam also. This karma I'm going to teach you, but karma is going to be accompanied by Dhyanam or Upasanam called Virat Upasanam, which also I will teach. Now, what if somebody does the karma but no Upasanam? Karma, the phalam will be less. The phalam of the Agni karma is Swarga. And if you do, Swarga means there are many lokas. Among that, Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Suvaha. Suvaha is Swarga Loka. Okay. Then, if you do this Virat Upasanam, then the result is Brahma Loka, all the way, Satya Loka. So, if you want to Satya Loka, you have to do this karma plus the Upasana. That is the message that is coming from this mantra. I am going to teach you. You listen carefully. Okay, this is what is being said here. Okay, so let's now look at the Bhaashyam. Okay, that is the gist of the mantra. Details we're going to see in the Bhaashyam. Okay. And so this Upasana, let me finish that. That Upasana, when I said some details are there. What is the detail? How do I do Upasana of this? Not difficult. Exactly like I invoke Vishnu on the Saligrama. Saligrama is a small crystal that is there in my puja room, and it's a small crystal. And that is who is Saligrama? Saligrama is Vishnu. All pervasive Vishnu, I invoke in this Saligrama. I visualize in this Saligrama. All pervasive Shiva, I invoke in this Linga, and I call it Shiva Linga. All pervasive Shiva. All pervasive Devi, I invoke in this Deepam. Correct? Deepam is a small thing. All pervasive Devi. I need a finite thing in order to visualize the infinite. The same idea here also. In this Agni, the Yajamana has to invoke Virat Devata. That is what it is. Okay. So, with that background, let's study the Bhaashyam. Who is next? So, in the next, what will happen is that Te Tubhyam Prabravimi is going to come. Okay. In your notes, you're going to see that. But in the Gita Press, there is the pra te tubhyam. There is this prefix pra is there in the beginning. So you can, those who are following Gita Press can scratch off that pra that is coming in the front. Notes is all right. Okay. te tubhyam prabravimi yat tvaya prarthitam tadu me mama vachasah nibodha buddhyasva ekagramanaha san swargyam swargaya hitam swarga sadhanam agnim he nachiketah prajanan vijñātavān san aham ityarthah. So in the PDF, in your notes is good, but the Gita Press, the aham and san, those two words are interchanged. So meaning is not lost, but that's the difference. Prabravimi tannibodha iti cha shishya buddhi samadhanartham vachanam. Yeah. Prabravimi, we saw that. Prabravimi. I'll tell. To whom I am going to say te. Te means tubhyam. Shankaracharya says te, because there are many tes, and te can be to you, it can be yours, all that can be things, can be there. So here it means that namaste te, namaha te, namaste we say, that say same te, namaste te tubhyam. To you I am going to tell. I'm going to tell everything very clearly. So tad u, tad, that, I'm going to say that to you. Indeed that. And what is that? That means yat tvaya prarthitam. That which was requested by you, that which you asked just now, just seconds ago you asked me, that I'm going to tell you. Definitely. Who means definitely. Means I'm not, let me look up the notebook, my notes, all that let me is not there. I know it clearly, and I'm going to tell you that very thing. Okay. And so the prefix, I think you got the idea. And so, like for example, we say panchaksharamidam. Yaf patet shiva channidau shivalokam avapnoti. Avapnoti. Apnoti is a word. Then ava is a prefix. So ava apnoti is avapnoti. Once the word is formed, that's it. You can't separate the upasarga from that. So here also, Shankaracharya puts the pra and bravimi together. Prabravimi. And so I'll tell you. So I'm not going to treat you like a kid anymore. I think you seem to be quite clear. And so I will tell you everything properly. Okay, we're going to put a full stop there. After tad u, we're going to put a full stop. Then, me mama vachasaha nibodha buddhyasva ekagramanaha san. We're going to put a full stop there after san. Nibodha. Nibodha is a verb there. Bodha, buddha, to know. Avagamane, in the sense of knowing. So nibodha, nischayena bodha. Know it well. Know it well means you pay attention. Know it properly, because it's not an easy thing. This is not some small 5-minute puja we are doing here. And so this is a karma to go to heaven. So it can't be some small thing. So nibodha. And Shankaracharya is saying buddhyasva. Same meaning. And what should you understand? Me mama vachasaha. Mama vachasaha. From my, me means mama, and from my words. From my words that I'm going to tell you now, understand the ritual. The words themselves is not the ritual. Therefore, he's saying, look at the technicality here. From my words, you understand this Agni Karma. Okay? Very interesting. And then he's also saying one more thing. Ekagramanaha san. San means being, or you must be what? Ekagramanaha. Ekagramanaha. The mind, manas, must be attentive. Attentive, pay attention. Ekagramanaha means the literal meaning translation is what? Manasaha agre ekaha asti yasya saha. The one in whose mind there is only one thing in the front, it seems. That is the meaning of eka agra. Agra means front, eka means one. There's only one thing in front of me. That means I'm focused on only one thing. Be attentive. Be attentive because I'm going to tell you a lot of details. You can't get lost in this. You can get lost. Therefore, ekagramana asan, being attentive, single pointed mind. You know, they say single pointed, right? That is what this is. Ekagramana. So important because this whenever it comes to this karyam, any activity, anything I want to accomplish, the series of steps is very important. Cooking, we know very well. Those who have cooked and failed miserably know very well. Okay, and keep trying and trying, doesn't come. So dal itself, there is a problem. And then what to talk of, curry and this and that and sweets and all that. There's no question. Okay, next Janma we will see. So like that, because the process is very subtle. This cooking is a very subtle process, and every cook knows that, whether father, mother, whatever, they know it very well. And so, because the steps are like that, you have to put the right things at the right time, and mixing also, heating and all that, everything has to be done. Simply put on the heater and put it on high and then let it boil. No, you have to be careful. You have to love. This food is lifesaver. So you give some time for that food. And so, same way, you write your resume, it doesn't come. First try, it's nothing. You send your resume to somebody, and instead of giving you a job, they'll give you advice how to write a resume. This is what happened. This is what happened to me the first time I did. I thought I'll get a job. The guy called me and said, I think you should change your resume. This is what he told me. I said, what? It's a great resume. Yeah, it's a great resume. We'll make it great. Okay. So like that's the feedback I got. So you keep on tweaking, and then 100 iterations later, then it looks somewhat readable. Okay. So like that here also, ekagramanaha san, be careful, be alert. Be alert is idea. Okay, we are putting a full stop after sun, right? So next, swargyam agnim, स्वर्ग्यं स्वर्गाय हितं स्वर्गसाधनम् अग्निं हे नचिकेतः प्रजानन् विज्ञातवान् सन् अहम् इत्यर्थः. Full stop after अर्थः. Okay. Aham vignatavan, aham prajanan. Aham prajanan. That's the main sentence here. I know. I know it very well. Aham janan. Shatru pratyaya. I'm one who knows all this. So aham janan, I'm prajanan. This you can see this prefix pra is keeping on. It just keep coming everywhere. And so prajanan. I know this very well. He's making it explicit to Nachiketa, giving him some confidence, I think. So aham prajanan. I know it very well. He Nachiketa, aham prajanan vijnatavan san. So I know this particular. I know. Okay, what do I know? Swargyam. Swargyam is equal to swargaya hitam. That which is a cause for reaching swarga. That is what swargaya hitam, which is equal to swarga sadhanam. Shankaracharya is continuing to explain to us. If we didn't understand that, swarga sadhanam, it is a means for going to swarga. That is what he's saying. Okay. Sometimes Shankaracharya is in the mood, so he just keeps writing. So we don't know what comes. And so these are Bhagavan's words, these are. And so Swargam. That Swargyam, I'm going to, that Agnikaryam. That is Agnim. Next word is Agnim. That Agnim, which is Swargyam, I know very well. Okay, I know very well. And very well means here Puja Swami tells us something. Very well means what? Did I memorize it sometime or what? What did I do it? What is it? Prakarshena. I have gone through, I've sat in a Veda Patashala. I've studied the Vedas like everybody studies in a Veda Patashala. So Adhyayanam I have done. After I did the Adhyayanam, I joined those people who did this kind of rituals. I've seen it first myself. I was an intern, then I was shadowing the doctor, and then I became a doctor. Like that. That is the way I studied. So I know everything. So I will tell you everything, and if you have questions, I can answer that also. That is what is the meaning of the prefix there. That's what Puja Swamiji says. Okay. Now, next line. So, prabravimi tannibodha iti. Mada, Kathopanishatikam. Prabravimi tannibodha iti cha shishya buddhi samadhanartam vachanam. Full stop. So, Shankaracharya is making an observation here. He's saying these words prabravimi and tan nibodha. Okay, these two things Shankaracharya is saying shishya buddhi samadhanartham vachanam, like that he said. These words are meant for what? Getting the attention of the student. Getting the attention of the student. Shishya buddhi. Shishya buddhi means the mind of the student. Samadhanartham. Like they ring the bell in the temple. What is the main purpose of ringing the bell in the temple? Suddenly, when they ring the bell, we look at Bhagavan. We say, Hey Bhagavan. So that is a sign. Say, okay, come on, guys, enough. Your WhatsApp and all keep aside, telephone keep aside, all your family problems keep aside. You first focus. Now we are doing. This is the final moment. Okay, don't miss out on this. Okay, Harati is going to happen, and Deeparadhana is going to happen. So that is the idea here. He is saying this Prabhavami is like that ghanta. Okay, and that is what Shankaracharya is saying.
Kindly repeat Shishya Buddhi Samadhanartham.
To get the attention of the student.
No, that's all. Samadhanartham. That's all.
It. That is it. To get the attention of the student. That's it. So samadhana means focus. Okay. Ekagramana Hasan also was said by Shankaracharya there. Okay. Same thing. Okay.
Mahodaya, He Nachiketaha. So it is Sambodhana because of it Sakara. Nachiketaha.
Let's do this. Keep all your questions to the end. Unless I missed out something completely, like a sentence I forgot to translate, many words I forgot to translate. So I appreciate all the questions. It's important. I got some feedback also last class, which is why don't we just continue and have questions towards the end? Okay, that's our tradition really. But these are all okay questions. But we don't want to lose the train of thought. If something I forgot to say, make a note, put a question mark, and then ask that question in the satsang. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. So let's read the next section here. Who is next?
The previous word, tat tubhyam prabramemi yatva prathitam. What does it mean? Yatvaya?
I will explain in satsang, Hariji. We are going to move on. Okay.
Okay.
Ask in the satsang.
Okay.
Adhuna agnim stauti.
Adhuna agrim stauti.
Anantalokaptim.
Anantalokaptim.
Swargaloka phala prapti sadhanam.
Swargaloka phala prapti sadhanam.
Ityetat. Atho api.
Adho api.
Pratishtham.
Pratistam
Ashrayam Jagataha
Ashrayam Jagataha
Virat Rupena
Virat Rupena
Tam Etam Agnim
Tam Etam Agnim
Maya Uchyamanam
Maya Uchyamanam
Vidhi
Vidhi
Vijanihi.
Vijanihi.
So that in those who are looking at Gita Press, the prefix V is missing there. Okay. Tvam
Tvam
Nihitam Sthitam
Nihitam Stitham
Guhayam Vidusham
Guhayam Vidisham
Buddhau
Buddhau
Nivishtam Ityarthaha.
Nivishtam Nityattaha
Yeah. Adhuna Agnim Stauti. Stauti. Praises. Now, Adhuna means now. Agnim Stauti. Now, our Yama is praising this Agni Karma. Praising. He's not telling what it is. He's only praising. Okay. Remember, this mantra, he is not teaching the karma, right? He's only, this is a preface to the next mantra, right? Preface. So now he is praising that Agni Karma. Here Agni means what? Literally not fire, not the Vachyartha, but Lakshyartha, which is Agni Karma. That Yaga is going to be praised. Okay, what is he saying? Ananta lokaptim swarga loka phala prapti sadhanam iti etat. Full stop. We're going to put a full stop there. Okay. Ananta lokaptim, that is a word from the mantra. And Shankara is saying swarga loka phala prapti sadhanam. Same thing again. Swarga sadhanam, previously it was said. Here also same thing. Swarga loka phala prapti sadhanam. Same thing. But then the word Ananta, why is the word Ananta used in this? Why is Yama using that word Ananta? That is because Swarga Loka is pure. We said, what did we say last time? Sukha Pradhanam, Bhoktru Pradhanam, pure enjoyment. Okay, from morning to evening. Okay, full enjoyment only, and night also enjoyment. Therefore, what do they say here in when somebody's just enjoying life? They say he is in the seventh heaven. She is in the seventh heaven. There is a particular usage here that we've heard. The seventh heaven means what? This Saptaloka is from India, I think. It's guaranteed. Its source is India. Okay. Otherwise, simply some other fellow figured it out and all, not possible. I can't believe that. So the seventh heaven comes from here. So, seventh heaven means what? He's gone all the way to Brahmaloka. Like that, he's there happy, or she's happy, or she's happy. Okay, same thing here. That happiness, Ananda, is equated to Ananta, limitlessness, something that has no limit. Ananda and limitlessness are identical. That is why Sachidananda is one phrase we use for Atma, and we also use another phrase. What is called Satyam Jnanam Anantam. Ananda and Anantam are connected. Connected what? Equal, they're identical. Therefore, Ananda Lokam. So Ananda Lokaptim. That is the way to read this. And because Swarga is equal to Ananda, is essentially Ananda. Therefore, and Ananda is equal to Ananta. Therefore, Swarga Lokam is Ananta Lokam. That is the idea here. So he's saying Swarga Loka Palaprapti Sadhanam iti etat. And then Atho api pratishtham ashrayam jagataha virad rupena. We're going to put a full stop there. Atho api. In addition, moreover, this Agni, I'll tell you something about this Agni. There is also pratishtham, which is ashrayam jagataha virad rupena. Yama is not saying, I'm going to teach you Virad Upasanam. Explicitly, he's not saying. He's implying that from this word Pratishtham. And what is the meaning of Pratishtham? I don't understand. Yeah, Shankaracharya tells us Jagataha Ashrayam. This Agni is the support of the entire world. How this Jagat, this particular Agni Karyam, how can it be the support of the entire world? That I don't understand. Yeah. But that's because I'm going to teach you something called Virad Upasanam. Okay, right? And you are going to visualize, invoke Virat in that Agni, just like people invoke Vishnu in the Saligrama. And when Vishnu is invoked in the Saligrama, since Vishnu is the Adhara of this entire world, Vishwadhara, then you can say this Saligrama is the Adhara of the entire world. Just like you can say that, same way, Virad Rupena, this Agni is Jagataha Ashrayam. Correct? Just like Vishnu is the Adhara of the entire world, therefore I can say that little small Spatika Lingam is the Adhara of the entire world. I can say here also, by invoking Virat into on this Agni, I will say that this Agni is the support of the entire world, sustainer of the entire world. Okay, that is the meaning here. A bit technical, so we need to keep that upasanam in mind. Okay, then next sentence, look at this. Tam etam agnim. I'm audible, right? Okay, good. Tam etam. If you have any small doubts here and there, please make a question mark and let's review all of that in satsang. Okay. Tam etam agnim maya uchyamanam vidhi vijanihi tvam. Let's stop with that for now. Vidhi. Vidhi means it's a verb here. And Shankara says vijanihi. Understand well. Understand well. And what should you understand? Etam agnim. This Agni and Maya Uchyaman, which I am about to tell you, that Agni, this yaga, Tvam Vijanihi, you know, and what should you know about it? Next line, look at this. Nihitam sthitam guhayam vidusham buddhau nivishtam. Like that he says. Ityarthaha. He says the peculiarity of this Agni karma and this Agni is what? It is sthitam. It is there in the minds of the meditators. It is there in the minds of the people who are doing this upasanam, doing this dhyanam. Like that he's saying. And because why? Because the Yajamana has to do the dhyanam, has to invoke Virat into this Agni. Therefore, it is there in the minds of the meditators. Another meaning is what? Therefore, don't go to Giri traders and say, I want to buy a book called this particular Swargyam Agnim and tell me that book. No, Giri traders will not have the book. These Giri traders, some people know. How many of you know Giri traders? Yeah, so about half of you know what Giri traders is. See, every city, certain books we want, okay? It can be college books. It can be this Vedic books. So like this types of books are there. Certain bookstores specialize in all these things. And so there's only one or two bookstores in any city. One bookstore will be there. And then that person will carry all these books you want. You can only go to that book. So like this Giri Traders is one such store, at least in Tamil Nadu and I think Bengaluru and all, it is there, if I remember right. And so, so don't go. Even in Giri Traders, you won't find this. And so it is there in the mind. Yeah, the people, and so you pay attention to this. Okay, that is the meaning here. Ityarthaha, that is the meaning. Like that Shankaracharya is saying. Okay, so with this we have completed the Bhaashyam. So there, of course, Vidusham means of the wise people. I did not literally go word by word. Nihitam means sthitam. It is available. This Agni Upasanam is available. Sthitam Guhayam. Guhayam is the moolam. And then here Shankara is saying Vidusham Buddhau. Guha means intellect. Guha means intellect. And whose intellects? Vidusham, wise people. Okay, Vidusham, Vidwan. So that Vidwan, from that word only Vidusham comes. Okay. Shashti, Bahuvachanam, Vidusham, Buddhau, Nivishtam, Ityartaha is there in the minds of these meditators. That is the meaning, he says here. Okay. All right. So now let's look at the Moolam and do the Anvaya. Okay. Te tad u prabravimi. Full stop. Te tad u prabravimi. Next sentence. Me nibodha. Full stop. Me, in brackets you can add mama vachasaha. Shankaracharya's words. Mama vachasaha nibodha. Full stop. Me mama vachasaha nibodha. Next sentence. Swargyam agnim prajanan asmi. He nachiketaha. You can bring the nachiketaha to the front and say, He nachiketaha. Swargyam agnim prajanan asmi. You can even put the word aham in the front if you want. He nachiketaha. Aham swargyam agnim prajanan asmi. And I also brought the word anantalokaptim here in this sentence from the next portion of the mantra. What kind of swargyam agnim it is? It is anantalokaptim swargyam agnim. So agni is the noun there, karma, and then that is swargyam, and then that is anantalokaptim. We've seen those adjectives before. Okay, so he nachiketaha aham anantalokaptim swargyam agnim prajanan asmi. Next sentence. Atho, within brackets, vidusham guhayam nihitam pratishtham. Pratishtham, this is a technical word, therefore within brackets, virad rupena jagataha ashrayam. Shankaracharya's words. Virad rupena jagataha ashrayam. Within brackets. Yetam, within brackets, agnim tvam vidhi. Yetam agnim tvam vidhi. Anantalokaptim was there and we just moved it to the previous sentence. Okay. You can put it here also. Anantalokaptim agnim tvam vidhi, you can say. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. So, atho vidusham guhayam nihitam pratishtham virad rupena jagataha ashrayam yetam agnim tvam vidhi. Okay. That's the anvaya of this mantra. And so what is the summary of this mantra? Summary is, I'm getting ready to tell you, I remember everything, every detail I remember, pay attention. That's the meaning. And karma also is going to be accompanied by dhyanam or upasanam called Virat Upasanam. Okay, that's the meaning of this mantra. So far, okay, right? Some doubts you may have, but otherwise, okay? Okay, right. Thank you. All right, next mantra. Yeah, Premaji. You can unmute yourself. Idam shruter vachanam.
Idam shrutervachanam
Lokadimagnim.
lokadimagnim
Tamuvacha tasmai.
tamuvacha tasmai
Ya ishtakaha.
या इष्टकाः
यावतीर्वा यथा वा
यावतीर्वा यथा वा
स चापि तत्
स चापि तत्
प्रत्यवदत्
प्रत्यवदत्
यथोक्तम्
यथोक्तम्
अथास्य मृत्युः
अथास्य मृत्युः
पुनरेवाह तुष्टः.
पुनरेवाह तुष्टः.
Again, लोकादिमग्निं तमुवाच तस्मै
लोकादिमग्निं तमुवाच तस्मै
या इष्टकायावतीर्वा यथा वा
या इष्टकायावतीर्वा यथा वा
स चापि तत्प्रत्यवदत् यथोक्तम्.
स चापि तत्प्रत्यवदद्यथोक्तम्
अथास्य मृत्युः पुनरेवाह तुष्टः.
अथास्य मृत्युः पुनरेवाह तुष्टः.
Good. Idam shruter vachanam. Previously, mrityuhu pratignya iyam. Mrityuhu uvacha, previous mantra. Here, shrutehe vachanam. Upanishadaha vachanam. These are the words of the Upanishad. She is speaking here. Okay, that's the meaning here. What is being said here? Details are being given. Details are Shruti. Like the commentator comes, the skit is going on, and then the children are all doing this drama, and suddenly there's nothing on the stage. All you hear is voice. All you hear is a voice. Now this happened, that happened, etc. Rama did this, Sita did this, etc. And then next scene comes. Like that, Upanishad is commenting. He's saying, hey, now Yama has told all the details to Nachiketa. And what kind of details? Ishtakaha yavati va yatha va. So all the details about Ishtakaha means bricks. Ishtaka is a brick. Without a brick, you can't do a homa. And so he is referring to bricks here. And what kind of bricks? What type of bricks? What is the shape of the homa kunda? All that is being said here. Ya ishtakaha yavatirva yathava. And then one more beautiful thing happened. It seems after all this has been said, Pratyavadat Saha cha api Pratyavadat. Saha here is Nachiketa. Nachiketa Pratyavadat repeated this Agnikaryam, this ritual repeated. Yatha Uttam, Yatha Mrityuna Uttam. Just as Yama told him, Nachiketa repeated word for word. All details. Okay. Atha asya mrityuhu punarevaha tushtaha. Tushtaha means happy. Who was happy? Mrityu was happy. And then mrityuhu punareva aha. Mrityu became so happy, and then punaha he said something. He's going to say something again next. Like that, this mantra is saying. Okay. So this mantra says what? The ritual is being taught. And then Nachiketa repeated that mantra, that Agnikari. Okay. That's the gist of this mantra. Now let's chant the Bhaashyam. Yeah, Ragam. Lokadim
लोकादिं
Lokanam Adim
लोकानाम् आदिं
Prathama Shariritvat
प्रथम शरीरित्वात्
Agnim Tam Prakritam
अग्निं तं प्रकृतं
Nachiketasa
नचिकेतसा
Prarthitam
प्रार्थितं
Uvacha Uktavan Mrityuhu
उवाच उक्तवान् मृत्युः
Tasmai Nachiketase.
तस्मै नचिकेतसे.
Okay, we'll pause there. Yeah, so the first quarter is being explained here. Lokadim Agnim Tamuvacha Tasmai. In the Mula Mantram, that is the, those are the words that Shankaracharya has explained here. Okay. Uvacha. Uvacha means said. Uvacha means what? Uktavan, Shankaracharya says. Uktavan. So all Sanskrit students are very familiar with Uktavan. Because in the Samskrita Bharati way of teaching, we talk about Uktavan before we ever come to Uvacha. Okay, Uvacha is lit lakara. Generally, we don't even teach lit in this. Maybe comes in the fourth level or something like that. Okay, so Uktavan. And then Shankaracharya says, Kaha Uktavan? Mrityuhu Uktavan. Mrityuhu Uvacha. Okay. Like this, the Upanishad is saying, okay, don't forget that. Huh? This mantra is said by the Upanishad. Yeah. So, Mrityuhu Uvacha Uktavan. And what did Mrityu say? Agnim tam prakritam nachiketasa prarthitam. Tam agnim, that Agnikaryam. That Agnikaryam, of course, Mrityu, who promised, Yam Pratignya and all he said. So that promised Agnikaryam, which is what? Prakritam nachiketasa prarthitam. Shankaracharya is so compassionate. Hey, that's still prayed for by Nachiketa only, Prakritam, which is in the context, which is what we've been talking about. Prakritam means what? Which is the subject matter under discussion right now. Prakritam. Okay, that Prakritam Agnim Mrityuhu Uktavan Uvacha. And Upanishad is introducing a Tasmai, we can put Tasmai here, to Nachiketa, say Shankaracharya says, to Nachiketa, of course, Tasmai Uvacha. Upanishad is introducing a word here called Lokadim. Lokadim. And so Shankaracharya thinks we need to understand what that is. And so he's saying, Lokanam Adim Prathama Shariritva. Kadav Satikoma? Kadav Satikoma. Lokanam Adim. Okay. Prathama. So, that which was born first, Lokanam Adim. The first world that was created is called Lokadim. And that is referring to this Agnikaryam. That is referring to this Agnikaryam. Referring to the first world that was created. Hey, what is the connection between these two? Prathama Shariritvat. Hey, that is because in the Panchabhutas, Akashaha, Vayuhu, Akasha not visible, Vayu not visible, Agni visible. Among the Panchabhutas, Agni is the one that has a form that is visible to the naked eye. Because Pratyakshatvam is very important in our life. And so, therefore, Prathama Shariritvat, that which has a body is called Shariri. Shariri means what? That which has a body. That which has a Shariram, Deha, is called Shariri. Prathama Shariri. That which, the one who had the body first, was born first. Okay. And so, as though born first, because Pratyakshatvat. And so, because of that, Lokadim, this Agnikaryam is called Lokadim, and one who is born first. Means born with a body first. That's the meaning. That is why Agni Sakshi, they say. Agni Sakshi. Agni Sakshi means in the presence of Agni. You can't say Vayu Sakshi. Nobody in our Shastram, you won't find Vayu Sakshi and Akasa Sakshi. Agni Sakshi will be there. There are movies called Agni Sakshi now. You know, I remember long ago, Agni Sakshi. Means Agni is there. Agni is, Devata is watching. Okay, and that too is bright and is shining. Nobody can miss it. Therefore, that Agni is being described by the word Lokadi by the Upanishad. Okay. Then, next sentence. Okay, we'll have to chant this now, I think. Yeah, let's chant this. Who is next? Yeah, Rama. Kincha
किञ्च
ya ishtakaha
या इष्टकाः
etavyaha
एतव्याः
sarupena
स्वरूपेण
Yavatirva sankhya
यावतीर्वा संख्यया
yatha va chiyate
यथा वा चीयते
agnihi yena prakarena
अग्निः येन प्रकारेण
sarvam etat uktavan ityarthah.
सर्वं एतत् उक्तवान् इत्यर्थः
Kincha, kincha, kincha is a very popular usage. Moreover, in addition, ya ishtakaha, ya ishtakaha means yaha ishtakaha. Okay, it's all bahuvachanam. Chetavyaha swarupena. So as I said, three things are being said here. Okay, yaha ishtakaha chetavyaha swarupena. Swarupena. So ishtaka is what? Bricks. Okay, and then here ishtakaha refers to types of bricks. What types of bricks? Various types of bricks are used in a homa, and so what types of bricks? Swarupena, he says, that indicates type. What is the nature of the brick? Okay, that is to be used. Chetavyaha means this chi dhatu, to collect, to assemble. So we have to assemble all these things, and then before actually making the homa kunda, and therefore chetavyaha, what types of bricks are to be made available before the homa? All that was said. In addition, yavatirva sankhya, Shankaracharya says, okay, types of bricks you told me. How many do you need? How many? Number, sankhya, in the sense of count. Therefore, how many bricks? That how many is indicated by yavatihi. Okay, sankhya. So yavat. So these are all similar. Yavati is Lingam. Okay. Then yathava. Another word is used from Mulamatram yathava. So Shankaracharya says yathava chiyate agnihi yena prakarena. Yena prakarena agnihi chiyate. By what method? Yena prakarena. This fire has to be made. The entire process, okay, the method of once you have the homa kunda, the method of creating the fire, it's a very elaborate process. I watched this process some 2 years ago, 3 years ago, when the Kumbhabhishekam of our Gurukulam temple happened. Okay, this is probably 2017, I think, and so 5 years ago. And so that particular the homa, the fire, you simply don't put this matchbox and then do this. No, that's not the way to create this fire. The Vedic fire is created by rubbing two blocks of wood. Okay, they're called aruni. I think that's called aruni. I'm forgetting the name, aruni. So adaha, there is one aruni at the bottom, and then there is a stick like thing which is also another piece of wood, another urdhva arunihi, and then those two it's a blunt piece of wood which just needs to be rubbed like this. And so I saw this Surinarayanji was there, and he was just, this wood is tied with a rope, and somebody is pressing the wooden rod down below on this adaha, bottom aruni, okay, and then arani, and then it's rubbing like this, and then it's getting heated up, and then they put this grass, darba grass, and other things that are meant to be offered in the agni, and that they're doing it, okay, and then finally it caught fire. This process took 20 minutes, 15 minutes to 20 minutes. We were just watching, and he's doing, and they're pressing, and it's not easy to do this. You need to have a strong person to just pull and do this. Friction. That's that fire created by the friction between these two specific types of wood. So like this, that is just one example. The entire process is referred to by the words yatha va. Va means in addition, yatha. That entire method of creating the fire and arrangement of bricks onwards, everything was being talked about. Sarvam etat. All this Agni Chayanam, okay, all this Ishtaka Chayanam. Ishtaka Chayanam is collection of bricks. Agni Chayanam is bringing up the fire. Okay, what mantras have to be chanted, at what time they should be chanted, which Veda, who is, there are so many Panditas here, who should chant what mantra, all the details. Sarvam etat. So here Swami Paramarthananda says, thank God we are studying Jnana Kanda. Everything that is talked about until now is Karma Kanda, all rituals, okay, which is important for those who study all this. And so he says these are the details they have to worry about. We don't have to worry about the details. And in fact, this is what is puzzling, what is interesting about this Upanishad is, as far as I know, only this Upanishad talks about this karma. One mantra, only one mantra is there, okay, and one or two mantras, that's all. Talks about karma kanda. In Jnana Kanda, there is a reference to karma kanda, correct? And so that's interesting. Sarvam etat uktavan. He said all of this, ityartaha. That is the meaning. That is the meaning of what? This ya ishtakaha yavatirva yathava. That means the entire process has been told by Yama to Nachiketa. Okay, let's chant the next one. Let's who's next? Sachapi Nachiketaha
Nachiketaha
tan mrityuna uktam
mrityuna uktam
yathavat
yathavat
pratyayena
pratyayena
avadat
abadat
pratyucharitavan
pratyucharitavan
atha
atha
asya.
asya.
The press book says tasya, you may want to change it to asya. Pratyucharanena
pratyucharanena
tushtaha san
tushtaha san
mrityuhu punareva aha
mrityuhu punareva aha
varatraya vyatirekena
varatraya व्यतिरेकेण
anyam varam ditsuhu.
Anyam varam ditsuhu.
Yeah. So next section is talked about sachapi, right? Which is the second line of this mantra. So that Shankara is explaining sachapi.
Mahodaya, which page in the PDF?
Yeah, Saji, which page is it? Or whoever else want to say?
20, page number 20.
Page number 20, yeah. So from 19, we moved on to 20. Okay. Saha. Saha. Saha means who? Shankaracharya says, Nachiketaha. Remember Ekavachanam, okay? Sakaranta Pullingam, Ekavachanam. So Nachiketaha. So Chapi. And also after Yama taught all these things, Nachiketaha, what did he do? Tan mrityuna uktam yathavat pratyayena avadat pratyucharitavan. Full stop. Okay. Nachiketa did something. What did he do? Pratyucharitavan. Repeated the whole thing. And repeated what? Mrityuna uktam. Tad mrityuna uktam. I hope you're following the sentence, right? Your eyes have to go back and forth. Yeah, I understand that, but we get used to that when we study the Bhaashyam. So, tad mrityuna uktam. That which was told by Mrityu. Okay, that Agni Karyam, the details, and the Agni Upasanam, Virad Upasanam, which was told by Mrityu, Pratyucharitava. But then here, look at this. Moolam says Pratyavadat. Correct? That is the moolam word. And Shankaracharya is said a little different. Prati, he is saying pratyayena. Prati is adding ayena and making it into pratyayena, and then leaving abadat as it is. Abadat means said. Bad dhatu. Abadat said. Okay, langlakara. So said. Pratyayena. Shankaracharya is making a big thing here by saying pratyayena abadat means said, not leaving out any detail. Pratyaya means detail. Pratyaya means specifics. All specifics. This boy understood everything and did not take anything for granted. Just like a child takes everything literally. Like that, he took everything literally and said everything. Said everything. Having understood all that thing also. So, yathavat pratyayena. Okay, yathavat means yathavat. As Mrityu has said, yathavat pratyayena. As inconsistent with all the details Yama had said, he repeated everything. Nachiketaha pratyucharitavan. Okay. Then what happened? Atha asya. What time is it? Okay. Atha asya pratyucharanena tushtaha san mrityuh punarevaha varatraya vratirekena anyam varam ditsuhu. Atha, then what happened? Asya pratyucharanena tushtaha san. Yama became very happy. Tushtaha became very happy. And why did he become happy? Asya pratyucharanena. Because this boy repeated everything. Yama maybe did not expect that, but asya pratyucharanena, as described earlier, yathavat pratyayena, right? And he said everything ditto, nothing missed, no extra, no less. Okay, and being happy, and Mrityu became happy. Then what did Mrityu do? Mrityuhu punareva aha. Mrityuhu said again, spoke again, and Shankaracharya is helping us. Okay, for this we need to know the next mantra. Okay, and it appears as though the next mantra, based on that, Shankara here is saying vara traya vyatirekena anyam varam ditsuhu. Mrityu became, he had the desire to give anyam varam, to give another bone. Another bone means what? Third bone? He became desirous of giving a third bone? No. He's already had the desire to give a third bone. So he doesn't need to have the desire again. Okay, once the desire is there, Anyam varam. And what kind of other bone? Varatraya vyatirekena. Okay. A bone that is different from the three bones already offered by Yama. Vyatireka means excluding, separate from, distinct from, different from. Okay, got that? Varatraya Vatirekena Varam Ditsuhu. Ditsu, we saw this before, and earlier this word came. So, like Jignasu, one who has the desire for knowledge. Mumukshu, one who has a desire for moksha. Ditsuhu, one who has a desire to give. Okay, that is what is said here. So Yama having become happy, he wanted to give another boon to Nachiketa. That's the meaning here. So let's look at the Anvaya. Okay. Okay. Tam lokadimagnim, the word tam I brought forward. Tam lokadimagnim uvacha tasmai or tasmai uvacha. Full stop. Tasmai uvacha. But here the subject is missing. Who uvacha? Three. Okay, we don't know. So we can put right in the beginning Mrityuhu within brackets. Mrityuhu tam lokadim agnim tasmai uvacha. If you want, you can say tasmai within brackets Nachiketa. Say. Because tasmai is a pronoun. And so we want to make it into a proper noun. If you want, you can say Nachiketa. Say. Okay. Next. Yaha ishtakaha within brackets bhavanti. This is for our own understanding. Bhavanti, Shankaracharya does not say. It's not Shankaracharya's word. Yaha ishtakaha bhavanti. Yavatihi va within brackets bhavanti. Yatha va within brackets Agnihi chiyate. These are the words of Shankaracharya. Agnihi chiyate, supplied. Yaha ishtakaha bhavanti. Yavatihi va bhavanti. Yatha va agnihi chiyate. Iti cha uvacha within brackets. Iti cha uvacha. Full stop. So when we break sentences, we may have to repeat. We have to copy some words and use it as needed. Iti cha uvacha. Okay. Now, next sentence. Api cha, and also api cha. Next, you put the word saha. Api cha, saha. If you want, you can put within brackets Nachiketa. Because now the Prithvi's job is over. Now it is Nachiketa being stated here. Nachiketa's job stated. So Nachiketa within brackets. Tat pratyavadat yata within brackets mrityuna uktam. Yatha mrityuna uktam. Full stop. So how does it go? Api cha saha nachiketaha tat pratyavadat yatha mrityuna uktam. Full stop. Next. Atha asya pratyucharanena. The last word tushtaha, bring forward. Pratyucharanena tushtaha. So within brackets pratyucharanena. Atha asya pratyucharanena tushtaha san. Add san there after tushtaha. Okay. Mrityuhu punaha eva aha. Same as in the Moola Mantra. Atha asya pratyucharanena tushtaha san mrityuhu punaha eva aha. Full stop. Om swasti prajabhyah paripalayantam nyayena margena mahimmahishaha gobrahmanebhyah shubhamastu nityam lokas samastas sukhino bhavantu kale varshatu parjanyah prithvi sasyashalini deshoyam kshobarahitah brahmanas santu nirbhayaah om sarve bhavantu sukhinah सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्तिः 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 हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ॐ. Thank you.